Hello, beautiful family. Christopher Von Dam back with Liquid Gold Honey. And today we're talking about an interesting and mostly unknown topic of stirring our beverage. A lot of people put the raw organic honey from us into their beverage, whether it's a tea, hot or cold, or coffee, or any other type of matcha, or any type of beautiful drink, or any type of food for that matter. And we always tell people or recommend that it's best to put it when it's a little bit cooler, so you don't pour boiling water on it because that would affect some of the nutrients that are in there. So when you drink your warm beverage, you don't drink it when it's boiling hot, right? So just let it cool down to that perfect drinking temperature. Right before you put your lips onto your warm beverage, put your honey last so you don't boil off of the good stuff and you get all the benefits. Furthermore, stirring the beverage or food or really whatever you're preparing, whether it's a drink or whether it's a solid food or liquid food or any type of food or beverage preparation, when we also definitely recommend using wooden utensils because they have a neutral frequency. We like to use pine or even bamboo with no lacquer. Recently we found some walnut with no lacquer. It's a neutral frequency. When you get the products from us, it's the highest frequency products on the planet because bees are the highest frequency animal on the planet. You're getting everything completely unadulterated, just as the bees made them and intended them for us to raise our frequency, to raise our consciousness, to raise our health and awareness and well-being, as well as inner peace and groundedness and focus and many things. So thank you, bees. We love you, bees. So stirring the food and or beverage, actually, in addition to using the wooden utensil, it actually adds what the Chinese might call good qi or good life force or good energy into your food or beverage. So everyone has their own energetic signature. So when you stir your food and or you stir your beverage, you're actually inputting some of your good qi and some of your energy into the food or beverage. You ever wonder why home-cooked food always tastes so good? Because, typically our families love us. And what is grandma or grandpa might say when you ask them, why do you do it? And they might answer, because it's a labor of love. They really are putting the love energy, the love, into the food. It's a special love frequency. And as we know through our recent research, if you've been following along, water and food has memory, hence the Japanese experimentation from the 1970s, including till today. Emoto has found that when you have a glass of water and you write the word love on it, and then you have a piece of paper, you write the word love on one paper, hate on another paper, put a glass of water on each piece of paper, and then you take out a sample of each water, put it under a microscope, and view it under the water that was over top the paper that had the word love on it. It's beautiful, sacred snowflake geometry. And when you sample and view the molecular structure of the water sample over the hate message, it is a deformed, retarded looking, not very pretty molecular structure. Hence, that affects us. Therefore, it's important that we not only thank our food and our drink, because it has consciousness, tell our food, we love you food, we love you drink, or whatever you're eating, because our food has consciousness, everything has consciousness, and that actually will affect and change the molecular structure of what we're about to eat and what we're about to drink through quantum physics, This is now measurable, not yet fully in the mainstream, although thanks to Emoto's experimentations, and now he recently passed, so his children are carrying it on out of their European headquarters, which I believe is in Switzerland. Although it's a global organization, and more people are waking up to the fact that this is true, this is real. So anyway, stirring our honey in our beverage, stirring our food, even if you're making tomato sauce, when you stir it, you're adding love. You can say, thank you tomatoes, thank you garlic, thank you onions, whatever's in there, thank you olives, thank you peppers. And you are uplifting and beautifying and up-leveling the molecular structure of the food that you are about to intake and potentially share with others, potentially your family or friends or loved ones, including if you're making a drink. It's a personal drink, let's say a tea or a coffee. You're thanking it. You're saying you're having the sense of gratitude, and while you're stirring, that gets into your beverage, that gets into your food. That's why it tastes so much better when you make it, or when your family or loved ones make it, because it really is love. It's not just a saying. That love really got in there. So, now you're going to think I'm really crazy, but I'll just say it. So then when you're twirling it in a clockwise, I'll say stirring it rather, in a clockwise motion, you're creating a positive vortex. Some people might call it a positive portal into your food or beverage that is uplifting, it's positive, it's strengthening, it's loving. If you were to stir it counterclockwise, that would, some people say it's a more negative energy. That's not 100% always this way, although there's something to it that it adds positive energy when you spin it, I guess since you're viewing this in reverse, in a clockwise way, because you create positive energy and uplifting, beautiful energy into your food and beverage. So it's an exercise in mindfulness that our food and our beverages are conscious, and they definitely have memory. You can Google Emoto's experiments on water crystals, viewing them in a microscope, and that goes into any liquid, including foods, including sauces, including anything that you're preparing. So even if you don't say it out loud, you can just have a little say it to yourself, and it gets it. Why? Because it's telepathic too, just like you. And I think more people are waking up to the fact that they just know things, and they can just communicate, whether it's with another being, or a plant, or an animal, or a tree, or a bee. We love you, bees. Love you too, plants. Or a bird, or a squirrel, anybody, or a tree. Love you, tree. So we talk about some differently less talked about topics here on these channels, although we find these topics to be extraordinarily beneficial and uplifting to the people, and we also are finding that the people are ready and they want this information and they are hungry for it, and it's time to all of us, to us, up-leveling and raising the bar and raising the consciousness. And of course the bee products help. All the raw organic honey and bee products, extraordinarily high frequency, especially the bee pollen concentrate, super high frequencies and super dense with nutrients. The BPC is 726 nutrients, and they're all from the highest frequency animal on the planet, which is the honeybees. And how do they fly? Their vibrational frequency. They levitate. They use their wings to steer. It makes the buzzing sound. Bzz, makes an energetic field around them. They basically float from flower to flower. Call it organic quantum mechanics. It's fascinating. So there's your unusual, untypical, valid, wonderful, beautiful message for today. I love you so